Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving headfirst into one of the most talked about, most electrifying events of Miami Spring 2026. The Black Tape Project. But this wasn't just any show. This year, they brought the dazzling, high-stakes energy of Las Vegas right to the heart of Miami. And let me tell you, it was a fashion spectacle like no other. Get ready, because we're about to break down every jaw-dropping moment, every audacious design, and all the glitz and glamour that made this the absolute best Black Tape Project show we've ever seen. So, what happens when you mix the rebellious spirit of body art with the unapologetic extravagance of Vegas? You get a runway show that's less of a walk and more of a full-blown performance. From the moment the lights dimmed and the first beat dropped, you knew this was going to be different. The theme was clear. Vegas, baby! We're talking about a fashion drama that unfolded right before our eyes. A story told not with fabric, but with strategically placed, artistically applied tape. The energy in the room was palpable. You could feel the audience lean in, holding their breath, waiting for that first model to appear. And when she did, wow! The opening look set the tone for the entire evening. It was all about bold patterns and sharp geometric angles. Think about the iconic architecture of the Vegas Strip, the neon signs, the sharp lines of a deck of cards. The artists translated this visual language directly onto the human form. We saw intricate diamond patterns, chevrons that mimicked flashing arrows, and spirals that drew your eyes in. It wasn't just about covering the body, it was about accentuating it, sculpting it, and transforming it with lines and shapes. The precision was just mind-blowing. Each piece of tape was placed with such intention, creating a dynamic visual effect that changed with every step the model took. Let's talk about those high-impact runway moments, because there were so many. The Black Tape Project is famous for pushing boundaries, but this year they took it to another level. One of the standout moments was a model adorned in what looked like golden shattered glass, with pieces of metallic gold tape fanning out in a chaotic yet beautiful explosion. The light caught each piece, creating a blinding, dazzling effect. It was pure Vegas showmanship. Another look featured shimmering silver tape, arranged to look like a cascading waterfall of coins pouring from a slot machine. It was clever, it was glamorous, and it was pure art. The creativity was just off the charts. And the entrances? They didn't just have models walk out. They made an entrance inspired by the grand entrances of Vegas headliners. Each model had her own unique debut. Some emerged from a cloud of smoke, others were revealed behind a shimmering curtain of beads. One model even stepped out from behind a giant, oversized playing card. This show-style presentation added a whole new layer of entertainment to the experience. It wasn't just about viewing fashion, it was about being part of a production. The choreography, the music, the lighting, it all worked together to build suspense and excitement for each new design. It felt less like a typical runway show and more like an exclusive, high-energy Vegas review. This is where glamour truly meets body art. It's a delicate balance. On one hand, you have the raw, edgy nature of tape as a medium. On the other, you have the unmistakable opulence of Vegas. The artists masterfully blended these two worlds. They used tapes with incredible finishes, glitter-infused tapes that sparkled like a million tiny diamonds, holographic tapes that shifted color with the light, and high-gloss metallic tapes in gold, silver, and bronze that looked like liquid metal poured onto the skin. These weren't just designs. They were wearable jewelry, masterpieces of light and reflection. It was the epitome of glamour, proving that you don't need traditional textiles to create something incredibly luxurious and captivating. The influence of nightlife fashion was everywhere. Think about the ultimate night out in Vegas, the energy, the confidence, the desire to be seen. That's the vibe they captured. The designs were bold, daring, and designed for the spotlight. We saw asymmetrical creations that played with negative space, revealing just enough to be tantalizingly chic. There were looks that mimicked the structure of a corset, using black tape to create powerful, strong silhouettes. It was fashion for the fearless, for the person who owns a room the moment they walk in. It's the kind of high-fashion fantasy you'd expect to see in the most exclusive VIP lounge on the Strip, and they brought that fantasy to life on the runway. Visually, the entire presentation was a feast for the senses. The stage design was spectacular, with massive LED screens projecting abstract, pulsating graphics that echoed the designs on the models. The lighting was dynamic, shifting from intense spotlights to moody, colorful washes that transformed the atmosphere from one moment to the next. It was a flashy, high-production value show that completely immersed you in this Vegas-inspired world. Every element was carefully curated to maximize the visual impact, ensuring that from every angle, in every photo, and in every video, the show looked absolutely stunning. They understood that in today's world, the show has to be as visually compelling online as it is in person. And you could feel that energy from the crowd. The audience excitement factor was through the roof. There were gasps, there were cheers, and there was a constant buzz of conversation. People were on the edge of their seats. Unlike some more reserved fashion shows, this one encouraged a reaction. It was a shared experience of awe and appreciation. When a particularly intricate or daring design came down the runway, the applause was deafening. You could see people turning to each other, saying, "Did you see that?" It was that collective feeling of witnessing something truly special and innovative that made the atmosphere so electric. In conclusion, the Black Tape Project's Vegas-themed show in Miami for spring 2026 was a monumental success. It was a masterclass in branding, performance, and artistic innovation. By taking the high-octane glamour of Las Vegas and channeling it through their unique medium of tape art, they created more than just a fashion show. They created an unforgettable experience. They blended bold design, theatrical presentation, and pure, unadulterated glamour into a spectacle that pushed the boundaries of what a runway show can be. It was audacious, it was beautiful, and it was, without a doubt, the best Black Tape Project show to date. I'm still buzzing from the energy. What did you all think? Which look was your absolute favorite? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another fashion breakdown. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.